ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ छिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ शिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निष्ठुराय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मकराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ मनोषये नमः। ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः। ॐ मनोहराय नमः। ॐ मेहात् Paramatmane Namah. Om Medhavine Namah. Om Yadatmane Namah. Om Yajnakrite Namah. Om Lokaprasiddhaya Namah. Om Vatmine Namah. Om Vibhave Namah. Om Vinodapriyaya Namah. Om Vinayashilaya Namah. Om Itaragaya Namah. Om Vedanta Vidyaya Namah. Om Shantaya Namah. Om Shanti Pradaya Namah. Om Shastrodharakaya Namah. Om Shuddha Sattvaya Namah. Om Shruti Paragaya Namah. Om Shrotriyaya Namah. Om Sannyasine Namah. Om Samabuddhaye Namah. Om Satchidanandaya Namah. Om Sarvahita Chintakaya Namah. Om Satya Sankalpaya Namah. Om Santushtaya Namah. Om Sadhave Namah. Om Sumanase Namah. Om Suhrute Namah. Om Swayam Jyotishe Namah. Om Siddha Prajnaya Namah. Om Khamashilaya Namah. Om Jnana Murtaye Namah. Om Jnana Yogine Namah. Om Jnana Triptaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. First of all, thanks to the host. Where is the host? Okay. No, I'll take it. For organizing this and holding it in the home. We have been having these satsangs for the past over 6 months, mostly in the homes only, and we have completed 70 names so far out of 108, and this is the 71. In tomorrow I'll complete 2/3 of all the names, so 72. So this name 71 is called Bhoomne Namah. Bhoomne Namah. Bhuman in Sanskrit means Anantam iti uchyate. Bhuma nama Anantam iti uchyate. Anantaha. That means this comes specially in Chandogya Upanishad. Among the Upanishads which Shankaracharya had commented, Chandogya Upanishad is considered as one of the major Upanishads. The subject matter of the Upanishad is you and I. Not about gods, not about some rituals, not about upasana. It is about who we are and what we must realize. Therefore, the teaching there is specifically addressed to the one who is seeking to know oneself. When we are busy with our worldly life, where we are trying to do our work, take care of family or education, professional challenges, social, communal, political, health, so many challenges that we have. And we have to take care, there is nothing We cannot escape that. But all these such challenges are limited in its own nature. Do you think a political stability can be assured forever in any country? It may be okay for a while, then again it will go down or go up, and then it will come down, again it will go to some other situation. Any part of the world you take, any country you take, never there is constancy. Stability is not there. Okay. About your relationship with people, that also goes up and down. Share market, definitely it goes up and down every day. Your professional, excellence, that also goes up and down. Health, definitely. So either it is health or wealth or relationship, political, communal, nothing is constant. Nothing is same. So the view of Upanishads is, in the midst of changing, in the midst of uncertainty, do not look for certainty. Adhruveshu dhruvam. Adhruveshu dhruvam. Adhruveshu means that which is unstable. In that, dhruvam, stability. One who seeks adhruveshu dhruvam, such a person is ajnani. He is an ignorant person. A person who is looking for stability in that which is changing can never be happy. Can he? So what happens in us is, with us is, we are trying to find happiness in something which is very finite. And we know it is finite, still we look for it. That is why it is called ajnana. It is like, the usual, in English there is a saying, right? A person looking for a dark black cat in a dark room who is blind. First of all, he is blind. He is looking for a black cat in a dark room, and the most top of it is, it's just not there. Oh, wonderful it is. Black cat you cannot see in the darkness, and which is actually not there. And this fellow is blind. This is like this. We are looking for happiness, extended, infinite happiness in finite things. And that is the reason why we become miserable. The misery in our life is not due to arrangement of things, but it is because of we are looking for something which is not there. How foolish it is. What happened that time? That has that's what's so finite, you see that. So you are not supposed to think, that's what he shows. Let there be darkness. So, therefore the Upanishad says, Bhooma eva sukham, na alpe sukhamasti. In that infinite alone there is true sukham. Alpe, in that insignificant, limited, finite one, na sukhamasti. I have explained this in another occasion also to you. The word sukham very clearly says what it is. Sanskrit word kham means space. There is this much room is there for people to sit. How many people can sit here comfortably? Like you are all sitting. Say it's 25, 20 people. If there are 100 people, what will be the condition? Huh? Dukkam. That's what's called dukkam. Sukham means enough space. Dukkam means No space. Have you ever traveled in Bombay, a local train? Then you know what is Dukkham. Not only that, there are people and they are all holding their hand like this, and you have to smell this. that is the Dukkha. Most terrible thing is that. You can't help it. People will push you and you go in there. That is called Dukkham. Dushtukam. Dur. So space, when it can accommodate some 25, 30 or 40 people. There are 120 people, that is Dukkha. So you can understand that, right? Now, what happens to us is, whenever we say something causes me joy or happiness, to be precise, Sukham, what we call Sukham. What happens is, at that point, mind has no thoughts or minimum thoughts. If you consider mind as a space, in that there are few thoughts, you are comfortable. If there are crowding up with 100 different thoughts, that is Dukkham. So whenever you find yourself miserable, condition of misery is where your mind is filled with thoughts. That is called Dukkha. Because mind space is occupied. Why we feel ourselves very joyful or happy while sleeping or after the sleep? Hardly any thought. Only when you wake up with a single thought, oh, I have to wake up. Then once that thought has come, I have woken up, then all other things will follow. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. And all that which is pending to be done or what you have planned to do, all those things will start coming in. Until that point, what was the mind? No thought. That's why you say, Sukham aswapsam. I slept very well. Why? What does it mean? What is that Sukham there? Mind, no thought or hardly any thought. So also, when at the end of this, program or dinner, this satsang, everybody will start marching towards food. And if there happen to be an item which you like the most, among your top lists of things I like, and you from a distance when you look at it, what happens to you? Even though Swamiji's talk was so boring, this is interesting. So, your mind is going somewhere. Now when you see that food which you like, the mind, not thinking about anything else, a single thought comes, today I can enjoy this food. So it's a vritti or a particular mind, state of mind that takes place. And when you see an object of your liking, it's called priya vritti. Priya vritti means a favorable thought. A thought of joy takes place. On the Black Friday, you are able to stay overnight near Walmart or whatever, Best Buy. And you are looking for a particular, iPad or whatever. And there are only few are available with the particular price range which you are looking for. The last piece you are able to grasp. So you are thinking about that particular object, priya. When you got that in your hand, it's called moda vritti. Moda means the happiness at the next level. That you have acquired, it's accomplished, it is in your hand. Whether it is start working or not, that is not sure. Maybe only the box is there. Inside there is nothing, then what will you do? So as soon as you come home, open it then take them and plug it in. It's working. That's called pramod. Or in the case of food, you looked at from a distance, priya. When it is on your plate, moda. And then when you put in your mouth, when it becomes advaitam, pramod. Pramod. Right? So, what happens in these three conditions? Your mind's agitations are getting reduced. First you are not sure, then there are a lot of thoughts, then there is no sukham. Moment you got it, there are less number of thoughts. Then when it is there in your hand, then when you have it, minimum thought. At least even a fraction of a second, your mind has gone into blank. No thought. That's why you close your eyes. I just want to enjoy that. That's called sukha vritti. Our Tejaman used to explain that in this time recently. It's like, some of the table lamps have got 3 levels. You touch, ting, touch again, ding, a little more, and then touch that. Priya, moda, pramod. And then what happens? Once more that brum is gone. Darkness again. This is called Vishaya Ananda. Vishaya Sukha. The joy born out of contact of the sense organs with the sense object. All this. That is, whatever I see, hear, taste, smell, touch, through all the sense organs, when I come to contact the relevant objects. Again, I am putting this point very clearly. Relevant object. See, a flower is an object of pleasure only for the eyes, not for the ears. How do you enjoy a flower? Bring it to the ears. Can you enjoy that? Rasagulla, what do you do? Put into the nose. That is not meant for that. So touch may be there, but real experience of that, where the sukha vritti will start only when the sense organ with the relevant object is in contact. Music, what are you going to do with the music? I am seeing. By seeing, you cannot enjoy that. You have to hear it. So, the relevant object. So, when the sense objects are in contact with the sense organs, relevant, then sukha vritti. So, why I am trying to say is, therefore, objects are also finite, the organs are also finite. You see? Eyes are having a finite area of work, field of experience. The field of experience of eyes are finite. The object of its nature, which it can contact, is also infinite. In other words, what ears need or eyes need, not all objects can give. You understand that point? Eyes can only work in the field of vision, and so anything that can be seen alone can bring joy to it. If it is something else, if it is a sound, if it is a touch, if it is a smell, it is a taste, no, it cannot do anything with it. So finite objects coming to finite contact with the finite organs can give only finite sukha. That's how the Upanishad talks about. Alpe na sukham asti. Alpe means that which is finite. Na sukham asti. Really there is no real joy. It is, even if you call it as a joy, it is finite only. Alpena anandam asti. Priyamoda pramoda vritti will take place. Again, these 3 kinds of vrittis or thoughts that take place are none other than reduction of thoughts. Reduction of thoughts. So you wonder how reduction of thoughts can give me joy. How can reduction of thoughts will give joy? Which only to show that thoughts are disturbing the existing joy. It's like the sunlight is there outside and you put one window, it already cuts the light. And you start painting that window or painting the glass with the what called film they put, no? You go on adding more and more of that, less and less of light will come in. Correct? Or you put one screen and then one more screen and then third screen. Afterwards, on black screen you put no light inside. So what happened? Light is there. There are enough layers which are obstructing the light to come in. You understand that example? In the same way, Ananda is the nature of our self. And the vrittis or the thoughts are those which are obstructing that experience. And the more thoughts are there, less you experience the joy. And so reduction of thoughts leading to close proximity to the joy. And there is no thought. Then let's open the window and you gone out. Then full sunlight. You see? So any kind of reduction of vritti is considered as only a travel towards the joy. But with there is no vritti, no thought at all. You are in the infinite bliss. Therefore, the nature of the self, which is hidden, presently not being experienced, is Bhooma. Infinite. Sukhamatyantikam buddhigrahyam atindriyam. Krishna says. Atindriyam, beyond the senses. So long as we experience only the filtered kind of joy, it is indriya janita, born out of sense organs. But when we go beyond these indriyas, which we unconsciously do in the sleep, unconsciously we go beyond the senses in sleep. Beyond means we just reject the senses and go. We don't see anymore, hear, taste, smell, touch, anything, talk or walk, nothing. In the state of sleep, where are you traveling to? You are traveling towards the bliss. But unconsciously. And so this is due to our physical tiredness, mental tiredness. We travel towards the bliss, and having experienced the bliss without knowing that the source, we wake up and say what? Oh, I had a wonderful, joyful, happy, peaceful sleep. Why not you go there only? Why not you? Because karma pravritti is so much. Our karma vasanas are so high, meaning things to do, things we think that we need to accomplish, etc. are so high, even if you would like to sleep, you can't sleep. The karma would not allow you that. The prakriti would not allow that. You have to wake up. So long as we have the karma vasanas, so long as we have the desires that are yet to be fulfilled through karma are present, the ability to withdraw from the world and reduce the thoughts so that we can enjoy the infinite bliss which is already present is not possible. So before even that, we need to have the conviction that what I am seeking is already there. If that knowledge is not there, we still look for things outside only. Ya eva na anyat pashyati, na anyat shrunoti, na anyat vijanati, sabhuma. Yatra anyat pashyati, anyat shrunoti, anyat vijanati, tadalpam. Chandogya Upanishad says, where one sees not anything else, hears not anything else, thinks not anything else, he is reached the infinity. When he sees another, when he hears other, when he knows the other. So the Upanishad words are somewhat kind of abstract, the way they put things. The moment you think that I need to see something for the sake of joy, I need to hear something for the sake of joy, I need to know something for the sake of joy, find it. Alpam. Yad alpam tad martyam, yad martyam tad dukkhatmakam, tasmat yayam. Anything that is finite is subject to change and death means subject to sorrow. And therefore, one should knowingly should not go there. So the Upanishads are bringing a logic. They bring a logic to show that infinite alone is bliss. Finite has only a limited glimpse of the infinite bliss. It is like, as again the example I will have to say, let us say the entire room in this room is completely no window at all, let us say, and then you open a small hole in the wall, what will you get? A streak of sunlight inside. The streak of sunlight that comes here, a small ray of sunlight that comes inside, proves that there is light outside. Through this small little hole, what light you get is a limited light. When you break the wall, you get the infinite light. In the same way, whatever mind experiences through the finite contact with the objects is limited joy. And goes beyond the senses and discovers that against the infinite joy. The very fact that we are able to enjoy Vishayananda shows there is Paramananda. The logic is, an object cannot by any means give you joy. Cannot at all. It is a question of how you are looking at it. Is it not? If she had made Banganka Bharta, I will be the most miserable person. Though somebody may enjoy it. That very thing shows how my attitude towards that is making me miserable, and your approach to that making you joyful about that. Huh? So where is the joy? It is there in the object. No, the way you look at it. The way you approach it. So can you say, definitely this is, Bangan Bharta is nothing but Paramanand? No. I will kill myself if you say that. I will stop studying Upanishads if you say so. It is not. So object by itself does not have. So that's why Bhagavan Krishna very clearly says, Bahya sparsheshu asaktatma vindati atmani yetsukam sa brahma. That very joy that a person gets by contact of the senses with the external object. Sa brahma yoga yuktatma sukam akshayam ashnute. Bahya sparsheshu. In the external object. Bahya sparsheshu asaktatma. Atmani yat sukam vindati. The one who is able to enjoy the bliss in withdrawing the senses and discovers the joy within, such an individual, when he is abiding in it, he will get the akshaya sukam, infinite bliss. That infinity is called Bhooma. Bhooman is the word. In Pradhama Vibhakti, it becomes Bhooma. Vyoman, Vyoma. So, now coming to the point that our Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda, having studied Upanishad and Gita, etc., he said that a person who has thus realized the finite nature of objects and experiences outside, and having realized the infinite nature of one's own self, must become an exemplification of that. And he was. He was an example of infinite bliss. Nothing could, ever stop him. Nothing could ever make him miserable. Because he says the infinite, having reached which na anyat shrunoti, na anyat vijanadi, na anyat pashyati, he doesn't see anything else. The finiteness of objects. See, Gurudev often would say, keeping rearrangement of things does not increase your joy at all. For example, she decided, I think these chairs which are here, I have to put it there. And these sofas, this is too much occupying, we'll put it there. And this and then there. Now, more space. Kahan se aaya? Have you created more space? No. Earlier the space was occupied, now it is less occupied. That's all it is. By rearranging things constantly, we are trying to find joy. New dress. In this dress I look nice. You yourself have to tell. Who else will tell you? So if I arrange these things, it will be better. Yes, for some time. After some time you get bored about that also. You bought new clothes. How long it become new? How long it is new? First time, second time, third time, fourth time. After some time, old. Then you go for another new one. So that also is finitely. So rearrangement of things cannot give you that infinity. It can only give again some other form of finite joy. But infinity is that can, by very definition, it cannot be defined at all. It is not a mathematical, calculation of infinity. That's called infinity, right? What is that?
Infinity.
Huh?
Infinity.
That is a symbol of alpha, right?
Infinity.
Huh? What is it called?
Infinity.
Infinity.
It's very close to alpha. It looks very
Alpha. It
similar to
looks like alpha. Put it this way, it becomes 8. It keeps going and then going and then going. Is it the Chinese tradition, Asians, that they like number 8? Chinese, right? They like number 8. You know why? There's a reason for that. Because it does not have an end. Seriously, all others have end. Just try, think about it. 1 has got 2 ends. 2 has got 2 ends. 3 has got more ends. 5 has got 2 ends. 6 has got at least 1 end. 7 has got 2 ends. 9 has got an end. 8 does not have an end. That's right. That's a symbol of infinity. It goes on. Keeps going. Like 0. There's no end. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya. And the Asians don't like 4. Do you know why? Tell me why. 4 they just dislike. You cannot sell 4 to them. You know why? That's the only thing which crosses each other. It crosses. And they can't consider the crossing that is called death. That's one thing which crosses each other. Other things don't cross. But of course 8 crosses, but then it becomes infinity. It keeps going. It doesn't stop there. Whereas 4 stops there. So anyway, that's what I was told. Anyway, so the point here is the infinity is by nature cannot be defined either by time or space or by any objects. Kala vastu vishaya aparicheda vastu. Aparicheda atma. Kala parichinna nasti, vastu parichinna nasti, tada desha parichinnaha api nasti. It is not finite by time, finite by space, finite by objects. Achedyoyam adahyoham akletyo shoshe evacha nitya sarvagata sthanuhu achaloyam sanatana. Bhuma, when you say it is sanatana, it is infinite. So therefore, when we have learned from Gurudev, whenever he would speak to us either in a serious lecture or in satsangas like this, he says, I do not want to see anyone in my audience who has sad face. Don't look like a person who drank a quarter cup of castor oil. You must be full of joy. What is there to cry? All that you cry about is finite. Anything that is finite, alpe na sukhamasti. Alpe na sukhamasti. Don't look for it. You may look for it, but you will be disappointed after some time. So any experience is finite. Any experience, whether it is emotional experience, intellectual experience, experience by the senses, any kind of success, any kind of failure, any kind of achievement, any kind of accomplishment, any kind of gain, any kind of loss, everything. All these are all, even this will pass away. That's all it is. So, Bhuma eva sukham. So, at the present moment, we are told that it is infinite, is bliss. Whatever logic is used and whatever be the rationality behind it. But only upon knowing and accepting that and then moving towards is called sadhana. If you don't even believe in the statement is Bhuma eva sukham, then you will never start the process. Infinite is not something to be achieved from being a finite. In losing the finite, you realize the infinite. In losing. If this house has to become larger, you have to lose these walls. Isn't it? By holding on to these walls, you can never experience the vastness of this space. In losing it. Tageneke amrudatva manashu. In losing that. In losing does not mean physically losing it. Many people think that by losing means physically giving it up. No. Many people physically give up, not mentally. Let us say that I give you some $100 for your birthday gift. Amazon card, $100. Chalo. Okay. Few days later, what did you buy in that? And if you happen to buy something which I don't like, I get upset. I gave you $100 and you bought that. What's your problem? If you ask me why did I buy for that $100 this, that means you have not given. We may physically give, but mentally don't. Isn't that true? We are still mentally caught with that. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. So, it is not, we are not talking about tyaga or giving up or losing it in the form of physical giving up. Have you mentally disconnected from that? You have stopped identifying with that or not? That's why Bhagavan Krishna says the definition of yoga is dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sanjitam. दुख से वियोग होना वो है योग. दुख से संयोग is what we do constantly. We are associating ourselves with dukkha. उससे वियोग होना. From there you should come out. So, yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate adyantavantu kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. Yohi samsparshaja bhoga. Those things, anything that is subject to give you any kind of joy by contact. Krishna puts a strong word there, dukkha yoni. That is the cause of dukkha. Unless you recognize that and stop identifying with that. If I am losing hair, and until I stop identifying with that, I will be miserable. Similarly to another person also. If that person is not behaving the way I want, until I stop identifying with that, he or she should behave the way I want. That insistency until you lose, not the person. You stop identifying. Why should that another person should behave the way you want? Until you stop that, you will be miserable. So in every aspect of our life we will find. Why are we miserable? Because we have put all ifs and buts everywhere. And we have strung ourselves with a lot of cords. It is like, if you have seen the puppet show, right? The puppet has no its own movement at all. Somebody else behind is doing that. And all the movements take place. In the same way, we have strung ourselves with so many ifs and buts. If this happens, this will happen, that will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will. So thereafter, we are all being moved by our own preconceived notions. Until you cut off all that, you will be free. No freedom for you. So misery is not caused by the world and its arrangement. Misery is caused by our preconceived notions. Our finiteness is causing us miserable. That's why alpe na sukham asti. So the Upanishad statement is not some of the idea somewhere which अरे फिर देखेंगे ना रिटायर होने के बाद अब उपनिषद पढ़ेंगे. By the time you can't even lift the Upanishad. Forget about opening it. अरे अब पढ़ना है. You have to read now when you are hale and hearty and young and ready to understand and practice. Then you are only tired and alpe sukham. What? Alpe? Then suddenly you're my Alfonso Mango, right? You're not reading that. Your mind has gone somewhere else. Because the more we are caught up with the words, we will not understand the tattva. Tattva nischaya matrena. Pragyo bhavati nirvrita. Only by recognizing and determining the nature of reality, one becomes free. So that is the reason why Gurudev insisted that I should not see a miserable face in front of me. That means you have not understood. Not understood what we are talking about here. See, he used to have evening class everywhere, whenever he went, evening lecture, a large audience, 1,000 or 2,000 people. But he always said the Upanishad class is meant only for study group members. Limited number, maybe 100 or 200. And many people ask this question, why you say that, why not you allow everybody for that class? You know what you would say? Because I want to see everybody's face. In thousands of people, where are you going to see? You're such a distance and so many people are there, I can't see any. But Upanishad class, you will watch each one of them. Your face will show whether you are studying or not. So that is the reason why when we were in his presence, it's like what do you call that? Contagious. His joy was so contagious, blissful all the time, because he says infinite alone is bliss. The moment you limit it, you become miserable. See, that is the reason why even when you are traveling somewhere, suddenly there is an open, you feel so expanded. If you go to that, what is that? Space Mountain. You see that? Disneyland Space Mountain. So you get, actually there is nothing there, you are inside a room. But anyway, you make it feel like, vast. You go to the top of the hill and look at the vast. Or look at the ocean, really in front of you. The vastness, the space, vastness. So that vastness is nothing but the vast nature of the self. That's what one really is. That's why we get connected right away there. The vastness makes us feel so blissful and joyful. And if you are in a small room, entrance itself, you have to get in like that. No door, no windows, no light. Blissful. Not blissful. It becomes miserable after some time. So, the finiteness have to be overcome not by rejecting or renouncing it, but overcoming our identity with that. Overcoming our identification with the finiteness. Knowing very well, no finite thing can give any happiness at all. If at all it is so-called happiness, it is finite only. And even that finite bliss that we get out of object is a glimpse of the infinite. We realize the source is infinite, but what I experience is finite. But this finite is also to prove there is infinite bliss. That is why it is considered as Bhuma eva sukham ne alpe sukhamasti yaha na anyat pashyati na anyat shrunoti na anyat vijanati sa bhumaha yaha anyat pashyati anyat shrunoti na anyat shrunoti na anyat pashyati na anyat janati sad bhuma. Where the otherness is seen, it is finite. Even between two people also, if there is a total, complete 100% understanding of each other, you have absolutely no problem with that. Like a dog. That's why people like dogs, because that fellow won't argue with you. Why are you sitting like this? Oh, okay, fine, sit. He doesn't argue with you. You tell your child, why are you sitting? What is your problem? I will be like this only. So, anyat. The moment I say, I don't believe you, I don't trust you, I don't talk, fine. So, even in human relationship, where the otherness is not there, then there is greater joy. The more and more otherness comes. That's why we don't like people who have difference of opinion with us, isn't it? Even in a household or even in an organization, anywhere, if there are set of people, whenever I take a decision, no, I don't believe in that. Tomorrow, don't bring him to the meeting. We don't like somebody not agreeing with us. We get upset. But doesn't mean everybody, whatever you say is right. Then you will not even know that you are making a mistake. But whereas what is understanding, I know what you are saying and you know why I am saying it. Then there is, even if there is a misunderstanding, apparent misunderstanding, but there is always a way of knowing why he is saying or why she is saying. Then there is a congruence, compatibility. If constantly there is argument, whatever you say is wrong. Even if you say the right thing, it's wrong. Then miserable only. So, anyat pashyati chet alpam, na anyat pashyati chet bhuma. If you see the otherness, there is finiteness. If there is no otherness, there is infiniteness. The very definition of infinity is there is no otherness. You know? Infinite means what? There is nothing else. So the nature of the reality is infinity. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyit dukkha bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.